So we received a letter of cease and desist by Alaska Airlines, who started to take notice. Welcome to this week's Hangar Talk. Obviously, we are not in a hangar and there are no aircraft except for this little guy to be seen. But welcome to my home study. My name is Jonathan, and I've been with Leviate Air Group for the past, I want to say maybe 6 years. Wow, time flies. But I actually was introduced to the private aviation industry right out of college. So I had the honor to have finished my aerospace engineering degree at UT Arlington, the University of Texas in Arlington. Phenomenal program. I was by far not the smartest person in the room ever, but I guess I was stubborn enough to get through the program. And so right out of college, I met this incredible and dynamic individual, Randall Mize. He was the president and still is the president, but what was then Horizon Air. Horizon Air had Horizon Air Charter, was the first company that came out of that, and then Randall Mize came in and he expanded the team to include a whole aircraft sales and acquisitions division to the program, to the Horizon Air company. And so that's whenever he brought me in, along with Wen, an incredible team that allowed me to really get a foot in the door regarding aircraft sales and acquisitions and market analysis and listing aircraft. And so that's really where my journey began. And so as the company was growing, we were able to also acquire a Part 135 air carrier. And so Horizon then expanded to Horizon Jet Management. So now we had 3 major divisions of the private aviation industry: the air charter, the aircraft sales and acquisitions, and now the jet management. So we were getting a name for ourselves in the industry as Horizon Air. And so we received a letter of cease and desist by Alaska Airlines, who started to take notice, because Alaska Airlines owns the rights to the name Horizon Air. And so as a startup company, not wanting to really go through the legal battle, we just decided to rebrand altogether. And so because we didn't want to go through that entire experience, we decided to just make up a name. And I think it was between Leviate and then a French word or something like that. And we were like, we're not French, we're American, based out of Dallas. And so Leviate became what it is. And I guess an easy way to remember, it's levitate without the middle T, or you can maybe think about it as multiple aviation words put together, like elevate, levitate, aviator, I don't know, whatever, however you want to make sure that you remember how it is. So then we had to rebrand. There was no option. I have a very creative side of me with music and music production, video production, photography, but as we had to rebrand, I kind of saw an opportunity to be able to build something with my hands and really take pride in what this, the potential of what this could look like. And so I raised my hand and I was like, I can help, I can choose me, pick me to kind of, drive, or at least, steer where this new brand image might take us and what it might look like. So, I guess you could say I kind of fell into the marketing side, an aspect of the private aviation industry, into a very niche segment, really, like, aircraft photography, aircraft videography. And so with my special background of aerospace engineering, I guess I have a different take on the way that we present these aircraft to the client or the viewer, as we market them. But all that to say, we were going for a fresh look, So we have a lot of whites and blues, almost a very Silicon Valley look to the brand Leviate. And we began to see a tremendous amount of success, to the fact where now we have a branch of Leviate Media Productions, and we don't just provide, Leviate Air Group with all of their marketing assets, but we've also been able to turn around and offer our services to brokers alike and other operators who might want to use some of our services to market their own aircraft for their own operations and such. So, man, I've been more than blessed to be able to do what I do, which it's not everything that I do at Leviate, but it definitely is one of the most fun things that I've had the privilege to embark on. And so, I've been flown all throughout the U.S., really, anywhere from, Carlsbad to, Van Nuys, New York, Illinois, Florida, Colorado multiple times, sometimes in the middle of nowhere, Illinois. I haven't been to the Northwest, Seattle area. I haven't had the chance to gone there for a project, but anyway, I've been, up and down the East Coast, Georgia, North Carolina. So those have been very memorable moments for sure. And so I could probably say, and I don't mean this to be boasting, but it's, the fact that I've been able to be inside of many aircraft, although I'm not necessarily flying in them, but I have had the chance to go and sit and really take in the size of the cabin, the luxury that is available to clients all over the world, really. So I could tell you right now, a Lear 45XR is a slender, it's kind of tight. You can sit up to 9 passengers on there, but it's a tight space compared to a Gulfstream G280, who might be an aircraft that is very new and very modern. It's got all the bells and whistles, whereas the Lear 45XR might need a few refurbishments if you want to make it appealing to any buyer or any charter client. So anyway, so I've had the privilege to really get to know multiple aircraft and really sit in them and get a taste and a feel for the experience. I've had the privilege to fly in a private aircraft once or twice, and so I distinctly remember the first one was for a project where we wanted to showcase what Leviate can do by buying an old aircraft, refurbishing it inside and out, and then turning around and selling it. So an inventory type of project, although it was for clients, so not necessarily inventory, but just for a client. And so that's very memorable. I'm sure it's somewhere in the webs, somewhere in YouTube you can probably find it. But I would say one of the most memorable moments and projects, I'll share with you 2 more. One was for a gentleman, David Fitzgerald, with Exos Aviation in Fort Worth. He asked me to kindly come and market, I believe it was an Airbus helicopter. It was a rotorcraft. It was brand new, well, at least, new interior, new exterior, it was fresh out of the shop. And I think they were also working on some maintenance that needed to be that needed to be had. And so he wanted to make sure that we capture on video what this aircraft looks like, right out of the shop. And so you could almost smell the fresh carpet, the fresh leather. It was a sick helicopter. And so we do the thing. The FAA, is doing their, airworthiness tests. And so it all happened so quickly. The pilot was like, "Hey man, you want to jump you want to jump in the, in the cabin, and we'll take off and do a few things, and then we'll come right back. You can get some cool shots of us in the air. And I was like, am I allowed to do that? Like, is that is that legal? So will my life be in danger? So I was like, heck yeah, let's go. So we go up, and man, I'm just like, making sure that my settings are right. All of man, it all happened so quickly. I had to make sure that I capture this moment and got some really cool footage of us taking off and moving around and doing all of that. So it ended up being a really cool project. Very proud of it. Very, very rewarding, I would say. Another memorable project, and I think this is a testament to the Leviate Aircraft Sales and Technical Service Division, man, that they've been able to really tap into the Fortune 50 flight departments for complete fleet replacement, so these flight departments of these really big companies have obviously multiple aircraft that might be getting a little on the older side, and so they, us helping them list their aircraft, and then helping them kind of be a liaison between them and the OEMs, original equipment manufacturers, and to make sure that, there's no discrepancies in any of the, building of the asset, or during the manufacturing process, making sure that our clients get the product that they deserve. And so we have a phenomenal team backing that up. And so we've been able to tap into that market. And so I've been able to kind of ride along with that and really showcase some of these amazing fleet and be able to say that, we're marketing these aircraft and really getting the word out there. And so those projects have been also very fulfilling. And it's incredible to see how some of these flight departments really take care of the aircraft and they keep them in pristine conditions. But anyway, all that to say, I've been super blessed to get to do what I do. And it's by no means, the only thing that I do, but it, like I said before, it is very rewarding. I can only say I'm very lucky.
Hey gang, here from Hangar Talk. Thank you so much for plugging into the channel, liking, subscribing. We appreciate all you continuous subscribers, and we can't wait to see you on the next one.